Hello, hello, hello. I'm a PaintedDog and welcome to the first episode of Farming Simulator 22. I hope you're having a lovely day. My day is actually quite good, thanks. So let's go in here. Empty slot. Let's take new farmer. And you know what? Let's try this map. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name because I will definitely butcher that. But I've been playing farming simulator games for a couple of years, but this will be the first time that I'm actually recording one. So I already went ahead and did a bit of character customization, and because I needed to check out the game if it worked and run and all that. So yeah, no, I don't want that. Okay, so first up, let's have a quick peek around. Here we can change our look, get in our truck, or as we call it in South Africa, a bakkie. We can go to sleep there. Water tank, tractor. You know the basics, but let's hit tab. Let's attach this. And let's lower that, unfold it. And yeah, I'm not going to disable straw swap, so let's turn this on and let's start. Let's hire a worker and let's go. Okay, so that's going now. Let's attach our cultivator. Let's do the same thing, drive up to here, lower it, and let's go. Hire a worker, jump out. Come on. Will you go? Why aren't you working? Nah, that's why. Pushing the weight around. Just attach that. Use G to select the cultivator, just to make sure. Hire a worker. Why am I struggling with you? Exit and continue. Seriously? Hey, you missed something. Just gonna leave him. I'm just going to leave him. Attach. So we'll probably not be able to plant wheat this season. So I think let's go with a canola. So you open the cover first and you unfold it, you lower it and you turn it on and you hire someone to do it for you. It's not necessarily the best thing to hire free workers, but we need to get a bit of stuff done. So with this, let's go and let's drive to the store first, because I want to go and buy a couple of things. I know we already just started and I'm already spending a lot of money with I'm driving the wrong way, aren't I? Yes, I am. And already spending a lot of money with 2 workers or 3 workers doing the work for me, but I need to do a bit of things now first. Let's turn around, let's put my beacon on. I remapped mine, is usually home key, but I don't really use home key. I don't even think my... Oh, there it is. I didn't even know where my home key is on my keyboard that I'm using now, because I don't really use it. So yeah, I Okay, I did rebind it, but when I exited or deleted that saved file, and it actually just removed it. But now I know where my home key is, so I could use home key. I've been looking on my keyboard for quite a while, searching for the home key, but I couldn't find it. No, useless, right? But that's fine, that's fine. Now this will actually be a bit difficult for me, playing this game and using all the English words and basic descriptions of things, because a huge part of South African farming culture are Afrikaans. And I'm also Afrikaans, so I know the terms of I know majority of the stuff, but I'm not sure always what the name is in English. So if I mispronounce something, I'm really sorry. So first up, first thing that I want, don't want that. Let's go down. I'm going to buy this trailer right here. Not going to do anything fancy, but let's change the tires. Mags, I'm going to purchase that. I need to go and pick that up with my bucky. So let's go with Balers. And I want a Massey Ferguson because I'm really a Massey Ferguson fan. So let's buy this bad boy. And get out of this view. And now I know where these things are located when you buy them. Only problem I saw with this game and driving with a bucky or truck is you can't really do this because you can't see out of a back window really. So now let's go. We got our Baler hooked up and let's go. This game would be so much easier if I were to use a steering wheel instead of a keyboard. But so far I can't really find a steering wheel that's durable enough. I used to have one when I was younger, but usually it would end up broken, which isn't great. But then again, I used it for racing games, but you do tend to pull on the steering wheel a bit harshly. So that might be it. You never know. You know what? I'm going to take this baler and jackknife it right there. And I'm just going to unhook it right there. Or detach it right there. Let's go back and grab the trailer. Just get this hooked up so long because our harvester will need it now. This will really be so much easier if I were to use a steering wheel. Okay, now that's hooked up. Let's get in our bucky. And let's go. And go and pick up the trailer. Now I bought that trailer because you can buy baling trailers and all that, but we only have 69,000 euros left. So just in case, if I call it rands instead of euros, please forgive me. I am from South Africa, my mind thinks in that terms. If I say rands instead of euros, don't grill me too much about it. You see, this is a problem. How can you hook up the trailer with... Okay, you can actually use... But why would they place a mirror there? It doesn't make too much sense, eh? Not being able to turn around like that. But I don't know why using the mirrors, or why I want to turn around and hook the stuff up. Because in real life, when I drive a tractor, in most cases, or any vehicle for that matter, I tend to use the mirrors. But now I'm moaning about only be able to use mirrors. I don't understand it myself, but hey, life is strange sometimes. I'm just going to pull up here and leave it there. So this thing is 65% full. This is cultivating, this is still planting. So I'm going to get the tractor with a trailer and I'm going to open the covers along and let's decrease our cruise control by pressing the 1 key at the top of the keyboard to about 10 kilometers per hour. That's usually the right speed for cruise control if you want to drive next to the harvester and have it unload while it works. What object? Oh, for Bucky. Let's just get you out of the way. About there. Sorry, car. Drive next to the harvester and activate cruise control at 10 kilometers per hour, and there you can see it fills up while driving next to it. We might need to slow down a bit because now it will go ahead until it's unloaded completely and then it will turn around on its own. That might be... no, I will need to unload it again. Okay, I won't be able to leave it really on this side because that tractor that's busy seeding might say it's blocked. So I'm just going to move it here. And I know it's just a game, but I don't want to drive over the wheat that's ready to go. I'm just going to leave it like that. So let's have a quick peek in our store if there's any discounted. We can't buy that. Tree logs, do we want to do something there? So far, no. Do we need a mower? Not really. And a windrower can actually... grass, hay or straw. That can be nice, but let's leave it. Let's just leave it for now. What's blocking? Seriously? Seriously. I don't know why I do these things, eh? But it's the first time really playing this game now. So I'm just going to push this out of the way with the tractor. Come on, come on, come on. I know I'm in your way, sorry for that. Okay, now that's out of the way. They say it's blocked, but they won't move their tractor with a cultivator out of the way so we can take out the baler. Or remove a baler out of its way. So inconsiderate at times. But let's hook up this baler and really move it out of the way. Park it next to our house. Oh, that's fine. I can actually take this trailer now, since we need to wait for this basically. I can actually take the baler, but if I had another tractor, yes, then it would have made sense to take the baler and run around, because I don't really want to attach and detach the trailer and the baler the entire time when I need to do the stuff here. Let's close the cover. Just for now. Now, since seasons are enabled in Farming Simulator 22, you can do that. You can disable it as well, as far as I know. But I need to take a look at the seasons, because I don't really want to go ahead and run into issues. So, just as a... Okay, if you take a look there at the weather, it's gonna rain in November. September and August, or August not really, so that's fine. So if you take a look at your crop calendar, the green is a planting season and orange, I believe, is the harvesting season. So with the header that we have for a harvester now, we can use basically a couple of these. But I think let's focus on wheat, canola. It's the same harvesting season, but it's actually going quite fast now, so that's fine. So wheat and canola, we have 3 fields, I believe. So wheat, canola, and maybe, just maybe, sorghum. Yeah, that might be a nice thing to have. We have these 3 fields, so wheat, canola, and sorghum. I believe this one is for planting. Now that's a cultivator. This is the seed. Yeah, this is the seeder. This is the cultivator. So this is now canola. This one will be wheat. That one will be sorghum. So that's fine. And you harvest in July and August. And August, September. So let's have a quick look at the weather. Oh, we can't for that time, so that's fine. That's fine. We'll just focus on that. So if you have a quick look at this, let's look at the price fluctuations. So wheat is the most, you get the most money in about January. Canola, December. And where's sorghum? Oh, sorghum is right there in January. January, December. So we'll keep the wheat until January, and then we can get rid of it. So let's have a quick peek. At 43%, that's not too shabby. You are done. You are using... This might be expensive. It might just be easier to get to go and buy seed, because this might get a bit expensive as far as I can remember. When using the normal, or when the workers just refill it on their own. In the previous ones it could get a bit expensive, but we'll see. We'll see if that's still a thing. So let's drive up to here and autosave. So let's have a quick peek. New vehicles 30,000. Fuel cost 18. Seed cost 150 euros. Not too shabby at this stage. But wage is really... Okay, let's ignore the 30,000 for new vehicles. So it's 1,200 euros. And the wage payment is the majority of that. Okay. So let's have a quick peek at this. It's almost done. You know what? I'm going to get this thing to unload directly. So let's get into this one. Let's detach our trailer. And let's go and hook up our baler. But you don't have to worry too much. I won't let you sit through the entire baling process. But just to get started might be a good idea. Let's drive up to here. Let's turn this one around. Okay, first up, let's unfold the baler. Let's lower the pickup and turn on the baler. I'm increasing the cruise control speed to about 20 kilometers per hour, just so when we switch it off now to go to the next rows, we don't have to drive so slowly, we don't have to continue pressing the accelerate button. So we are producing bales. That won't make us a lot of money, but it will make us some money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I don't want. I want to go this one. And now I'm gonna turn on the baler again. I did a weird thing there. But I want to get these rows. If you take a look at how it's aligned, the one side the swath goes up to the end of the row, up to the end of the field, and the next row it stops just a bit. If you take a look at now, just on the right hand side of the windscreen, you'll see that row, it stops the end from the end of the field. So I like to use those as a guideline. Let's do this just for the first couple of tries. And now turn on the baler again and let's go. So I won't let you sit through all this, so maybe it's time for a nice time lapse. Okay, first let's pause this. Let's quickly jump up to here and let's take our harvester for a nice drive. Don't really want to mess up my bales. Let's rather go around the field, eh? Our cultivating tractor is almost done, which is great. But then we'll definitely need another seeder, because this is taking way too long. So let's extend the pipe out. And let's try and do this in first person. There you go. If you take a look at the bottom right, that right next to the speedometer, on the left hand side it's emptying. Quickly jump out to make sure that, yeah, it's dropping it in correct place. So as soon as this is emptied, let me show you. I could have just used this. I don't know why I didn't use that instead. Okay, so that's done. So pipe in. Let's fold up the... Fold it up. And let's not scratch our new bucky. You know what? Let's go and park it right here. And turn it around. I have to say, in game and in real life, it takes quite a bit to get used to driving in a harvester. Let's just reverse it in here, and that's fine. You are almost done. You are busy. And you know what? I think it's time to continue our time lapse. And now we are finished up the last row of baling. Now I won't be keeping all the bales, but I will keep some of it. Okay, so now everything's done. Let's turn off a baler and let's go into this view. Now let's see, so let's unload the baler by pressing Y. Let's take this. Let's go park this quickly. Yeah, it will fit there. So I'm going to, let me just get into this view. I like this view a bit more. Not what I wanted to do. And let's go and try and reverse it in right next to our header trailer. This would be so much easier with a steering wheel. Okay, something like that. Is it underneath? Yes, it is. So unhook it and let's go. Would help if I were able to pull right up to it correctly, eh? Okay, attach that. Now let's quickly change up. So I'm going to, as I said, I'm not going to take or keep all the bales or sell all the bales, but I'm going to keep a little bit. So let's pull around with our trailer and our bucky. That's fine like that. Get out. And let's take these bales. If I can't just throw won't just throw them around. That would actually help. Get on here and try and stack it in a somewhat responsible manner. But let me quickly get this done, and I'll bring you back when everything's sorted out. If this was a hunter call of a wild or alas, bigger hunter, that deer would have been toast. But yeah, let me continue this, and I'll see you now. And some straw bales have been loaded. Doesn't look too bad on the bucky, but we won't talk about the trailer. We definitely won't talk about the trailer. So let's have a quick peek. Where do we want to sell this? Because as I said, I don't want to keep everything. So let's go into a map and let's go to this. So this is straw. So if you take a look here, the biomass heating plant, the prices are really dipping. Most that you can get is 148 in January, but I'm not going to do that. So the livestock market and the biomass heating plant. But let's tag this by pressing enter. Let's have a quick look at the map. So that's all the way up there. That seems a bit far. So let's go back down here. Let's tag that. Okay, that's not too bad. We can do that. So just drive left, right, and then follow it. Okay. So hopefully we don't lose too much hay bales or straw bales along the way. But let's see. Everything's strapped down, so probably won't lose too much, but you never know. With my driving, you might just lose a couple of bales. Nothing. So it's mostly secured, it would seem. So let's drive over there and let's go and sell these bales. I don't think we'll get a load of cash for this, but I might be surprised. It was a lot of work loading this trailer, so I can see the value in a bale loader. I might just have to borrow a bit of cash to get something like that if I want to continue with this. And if I don't wreck my bucky. Now the thing is, usually you could go into this, there, cause, and reset it. Okay, let's see. Might be able to do that. Do I really want to do this? I actually need to do that. I know everything's down to here. Funny. Let's get that. And let's reset that as well. You know what? I'm gonna leave it right here for now. Let's just jump into our bucky again. Let's just see. If we were to take a bale loader, cheapest one is 50,000. But first let's see the combination. So you have to buy the 64,000 one. You know what? I think that's a bit excessive, if you ask me. So let's quickly pull up a map. Where did we lose our stuff? Around between field 35 and 36. So let's get over there. I'll load everything up. And then I'm going to take it to the animal feedlot. So I think I'll see you right there. And we are at the animal, what's it called again? Let me just quickly go and see. We are now at the Livestock Market, so hopefully we'll be able to do this. To be honest, I'm not quite sure if this is a place for it, but we'll see now. Let's get in this view. And let's reverse this a bit. There we go, we got a bit of 3,000. It's not the best money, but at least it's something. And let's unhook that. Okay. So now we have that going for us, which is quite lovely. We've got about 5,000 in total out of that deal. It's not the best way to make money, but at least it's something. It's some extra cash at the end of the day. Now we spent 8,000 on this trailer, and I believe, let's quickly see, the Baler itself is 22, so we spent 30,000. So we have to use that at least 6 times. Is it 6 times? Yeah, at least 6 times to make up the cash that we spent for the Baler and this trailer. But we can use this trailer for other stuff. This is actually to move other vehicles. So yeah, that's something. We might just want to use it for that purpose, which it was actually created for. But that's fine. At least we have a bit of cash now. As you can see, it took quite a while. It's now 6 o'clock at night in game. And we still need to do the cultivating of the fields and the seeding of that field. And it's at least a month before we can start planting the sorghum. So the sorghum or the wheat, I'm not quite sure. Let's quickly park this and let's go into this view. So wheat we can plant in September, and yeah, so it's quite a while since we can plant sorghum. It's only in April that we can plant sorghum. But I don't really want to plant anything else now, because except if we could go poplar, grass, or oilseed radish, because we can, that might be a thing to do. Plant oilseed radish on that other field and get that cultivated in so we can improve a yield. I think that might be the way to go. But I'm not going to do that for the wheat field, because we can plant the next month. So that's fine. So let's hire this worker. Let's exit. And quickly go to our bucky and go and collect the last hay bales. As I said, I'm not going to sell all the hay bales, but I am going to leave some of it for us. So until we get livestock, then we can really use it. But for now, I think let me load this up and get everything sorted. And as I said, I'm going to plant, that's canola now. I might just go and plant oilseed radish right there, get that sorted out, but that might take a while, and the next month we are going to have to plant wheat here. So I might just wait until this field is planted, then it might be time for that one. But this is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheerio.